I done found myself on these internet streets. But I do believe they brought up a very important conversation. So today we're going to be talking about thick locks versus full locks. So if you yourself have been debating whether or not your locks are as full as they can be, or wondering how you can get your locks to appear fuller, this one's for you. So I stumbled upon this video and I felt like it's a really interesting conversation. While they have me coined as the person that has thick locks but has a lot of scalp and it's not very full, in comparison to somebody that has micro locks and it just looks like you can't even find their scalp. It's almost unfair. It's almost like apples to oranges, but nonetheless, this conversation about having fuller locks is something that is really important because I even started a set of locks over because of this very issue. So first and foremost, I want you to know that the fullness of locks is really determined by your parting system and the density of your hair, which is why it is so important that you are not comparing someone else's lock count to your lock count or someone else's locks to your locks. Like, everyone has their own unique starting point and things that are making their journey special. Like, take me for example, I only have 36 locks and my locks are over my entire head, whereas one of my best friends, she had 38 locks and both sides of her head were shaved and her locks look thicker than mine. How can that be? It is because she has more density than me. I have very fine curly hair while she has very coarse thick hair. I don't mean coarse like they used to say back in the day where, oh my gosh, you got to put the whole kitchen sink on the hair. No, I mean coarse in that the size of her hair strands is like 2 times, maybe even 3 times the size of my hair. So you think about having a set of locks that is more full, you want to first ask yourself, and if you are unsure, go to a loctician just for a consultation. Maybe you want to DIY your set of locks, but having another set of eyes on your scalp and or a level of expertise at the beginning of your lock journey can help you make more informed choices. So ask yourself, what is my density? What is my curl pattern? If you know that you have fine hair, the reality of you having really thick, juicy locks is on the side of less likely, right? We have to manage some expectations. Whereas if you say, okay, I have really thick hair, everyone always tells me that my hair is so much and I have a lot of hair, you more than likely could have a smaller size lock but still have very full aesthetic to your lock, or have very thick locks and have an average count, an average meaning about 70 to 80 locks. So the conversation around thick locks versus full lock, that is a conversation where they don't always have to line up. You can attain thicker size locks but not have that many locks. Or you could have a lot of locks and it look full, but your locks are much smaller. So having them both together is like having all things work together for exactly what you want. Your density, your texture, your sizing, your parting, all of that is working together to get that aesthetic. Now, hack really quickly, if you have fine hair and you're wanting your locks to not have a lot of scalp, like you don't want to see a lot of scalp when you get your retwist done, the best parting system to have is a diamond parting system. However, not everyone can do a diamond parting system, and the diamond parting system is not always recommended for really thick locks. Like, my locks are at the tail end of like the max size for a diamond parting. So if you're thinking about having full locks, or rather not having so much scalp being shown, consider which parting system you're going to choose. Consider what size your locks are going to end up as. The size that you start with is not the size that you'll end up with because they evolve and mature, all right? So thick locks, full locks, it is possible, but there are some really strategic things that you must do in the beginning of your journey. I hope this was helpful. And if you see me out here on these internet streets, definitely feel free to send me the video, all right? Because we can have a conversation around it. You know, it's all well and good. I've been on YouTube for decades now. Well, not decades, a decade. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe. And if you learned anything in this video, make sure you hit that like button. And as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, and goodbye.